power in my head, 'cause it's so hard to get out of my bed, out of my bed. Try to walk away, certain kind of way makes me wanna stay, makes me wanna stay. Cause it all comes to an end, my friend, my friend. When it's cold, feel the wind knocking your step, knocking your step. Summertime, it don't last, it don't last. Don't let it pass, it pass, it pass. Cause it all comes to an end, my friend, my friend. When it snows, you can feel the wind knocking your step, knocking your step. Summertime, it don't last, it don't last. Don't let it pass, it pass, it pass.
All right, there we have
Beautiful.
Dan Hochman. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I feel like we've all kind of been doing that, playing in our bedrooms for the last year. So awesome to see, some real talent, being able to play. We got some folks joining us. Thank you, Caitlin Williams, Matisse, K. Weinig, Zoko Whiskey. Zoka, I can't see. Zukowski. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Our Wednesday ritual that we've got here with Mitch and I, and amazing Colorado artists out there like Dan. Leave some comments, some questions for Dan. We'll get to them throughout the show. And help support us, support the local scene by checking out our website. Mitch, you want to tell them about it?
Yeah, check us out. Check out our website. Check out our YouTube channel, Instagram. We've got lots of performances from talented Colorado artists on there that we've had the privilege of working with in the past. Anything you guys can do to help out us and the local music scene would be super great. Like, follow, share. Definitely go listen to all of these amazing artists that we've had the pleasure to work with. Today we have Dan with us. He is a singer-songwriter based out of Boulder, and we are super stoked to have him on. How you doing, Dan?
Great, man. Stoked to be here. And yeah, it's just super cool what you guys are doing, kind of keeping the music scene alive with these streams. So appreciate you guys for doing that, making this possible.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about that first song you played.
Yeah, so that was a song that I actually wrote right at the start of quarantine. It was just kind of a song about trying to like get through the day to day and still have an appreciation for those sunny days, those days that feel a little bit lighter. So I was doing a lot of songwriting, as were I'm sure a lot of artists at that time, when that first kind of started here in Colorado. So yeah, the song's just about my experience with that, and kind of the contrast of, you know, kind of a brighter themed song, but still having like some lyrics that are thought provoking. So
Nice.
I like the electric
And
guitar. It's very chill. You know, tone
Appreciate
going
that.
on. Yeah, I like it a lot.
yeah, super smooth. And you put out a album, was it in 2020?
Yeah, I put an album last October. Put out an album, you know, last October called Hearts Alive. And yeah, it was just kind of a culmination of my experience here in Colorado. And yeah, it was really fun to create. I did it with a few other great musicians out in Denver, where you guys are located. And yeah, it was just a blast to put together, and to have a chance to kind of put out some music that I've been wanting to release for a while in a, you know, compact, you know, work. So.
Nice. What brought you out here?
Yeah, so I originally am from New York, and I was going to school in upstate New York at the time in the Hudson Valley called New Paltz. And it just had a very similar vibe to a lot of Colorado, just a lot of outdoorsy people, like pretty good music scene, you know, people who are pretty health conscious, you know, similar to where I live in Boulder. But it was time to go. I definitely felt like, you know, I'd been there for long enough, and I wanted to travel a bit and explore somewhere new. So a buddy of mine actually got into a PhD program at School Mines, and I kind of followed him out here because I wanted a bit of a switch up. So yeah, I've been in Boulder for about 3 years now.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Have you been able to find a good community of musicians? I know you touched on that a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like it's been growing. You know, the cool thing about Instagram is you get to get more and more connected with people who are in your craft. So, you know, I've played some shows recently. I played at Number 38 recently in Denver, and Herman's Hideaway, and just, you know, kind of touching base with some of the other artists who've played there. As well as my keyboard player, who I usually play gigs with, has introduced me to some of his connections in the Denver area. So yeah, I feel like it's slowly growing, which has been cool.
Nice. And how long have you been making?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
That's all right. I was going to ask how it's been playing shows recently.
It's been weird. I mean, I can't, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Definitely good to play and just kind of get out there and be on stage again. But, you know, some venues, you know, that are indoor are at like 50-person capacity, you know, so it's tough to kind of like fill a room, you know, when that's in order and there's still socially distanced tables. So it's been a strange adjustment. You know, I'm kind of more in the camp right now of just focusing as much energy as I can on creating and songwriting, and hoping that when things reopen, there will be like a big rebound, and a lot of people are going out to see music.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's got to be grateful for any gigs right now and in live music. I certainly am missing going out and seeing shows and just like being in the presence of artistry, you know. It's such a good feeling, and like through all of this, it's made me appreciate it so much more, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's such a, you know, as a musician, it's like such a symbiotic relationship, you know, like when the audience is out there, and, you know, I have so many friends who are like, I just want to see live music again. I just want to like get out there and, you know, be able to dance and be able to, you know, and do the whole thing. And it's a super symbiotic relationship because, you know, musicians definitely get fed by the audience as well. It's like you're putting music out there. It's this cool kind of loop that happens when you can see a good feedback in the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, speaking of playing music, can you play us another song?
I'd love to. Yeah. So this one is also a newer song. It's called Deeper. I haven't released it yet, but here we go.
There's never been a day that I was waiting. I'm laying on the porch, my lady's waking. And mama said I was never one for patience. Where do I go when all the walls are fading? 'Cause I go deeper when I'm with you. You make me feel like all those story books are true. 'Cause I go deeper when I'm with you. I'm with you, with you. So I'm with you. So the story goes, my baby dressed all sexy from her head down to her toes. And I'll never wanna run away. Your love makes me wanna stay. 'Cause I go deeper when I'm with you. You make me feel like all those story books are true. 'Cause I go deeper when I'm with you. Now I'm with you, with you. Say when I'm with you.
That was great.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Is that also on your album you released in October?
So those first two songs actually have not been released yet. I'm hoping to release them in the next few months.
Nice little sneak peek.
Little sneak peek. Yep.
Yeah. Very nice. Where did you record that?
Yeah, so a buddy of mine is just a producer and a bit of an electronic musician here in Boulder. So we've been doing just a little bit of recording at his studio.
Nice.
His name is Jack Dugan. Yeah, and yeah, we've been having fun with it. It's a process, and you know, I'm sure as you guys know, any new piece of work takes time to kind of sort out and get the sound that you want. But I'm hoping that in the next month or two, those guys will be ready to send out.
Nice, very nice. And you said that's in Boulder?
In Boulder, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we haven't really had a chance to explore too much of the Boulder scene. I mean, we have some friends and other artists that we've worked with up there. In normal times, is it where you can just go busk? Do you do any just street performance or anything like that on Pearl Street? Or
yeah, I haven't done a ton of busking. I definitely have some buddies here who do, and some great musicians. In Denver as well, who do some busking out there. But yeah, I've only really played just some open mics here, as well as the Laughing Goat is like a place where it's kind of like a small coffee shop that some musicians will play here. They unfortunately, I don't think have been open for live music as far as I know. So yeah, haven't done a ton of that. The album actually, I didn't record it in Boulder. I actually recorded it at a label called Third and James in Denver. So I was just kind of working with one of the audio engineers there, as well as my buddy Phil, who's my keys player. And that was a really cool process because they have an awesome studio, and yeah, it was just really nice to see your songs on a big screen and see the changes that happen there.
Yeah, we knew some guys over there. Were you working with Duncan or Matt? Who were you working with?
I was working with Matt Leggy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. They got a beautiful SSL console, and so yeah, studio goals, right, Mitch?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, their studio is awesome. They also have like I'm pretty sure like an original Rhodes,
Oh, love that.
So yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything come out of that place that we didn't like. It all sounds great. So props to those guys. Sure. Cool.
I wanted to touch on something that I heard in your album, man. The title track. Yeah. It's Alive, man. I really like that. It's like kind of like letting your loved ones know that you're like doing okay out there in the world. I thought that was a really, really nice song. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, man. Wow, you're really perceptive. I appreciate you bringing that up. Yeah. So for me, I wanted to make that the title track, like, the song, the album. Because I think for any musician out there, having people behind you who support what you're doing and who want to see you succeed is like paramount, really, really takes a village. So for me, my biggest supporter musically, even at points where, I was ready to give up on music or I didn't want to see it through, was my mom. And that song was really kind of a letter to her, a thank you, and really for just kind of sticking with me through the process. And I wanted to let her know that, although I'm not in New York and I'm in Colorado, I'm still taking care of myself and still following this dream. So definitely it made her pretty happy when I showed her that one. So.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song, man. Very sweet and heartfelt. It translates definitely on the track.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Matt, you want to shoot some questions off from the question snare?
Of course. It's time for the question snare. All right. Here we go. Let me grab this snare over here. All right. So, for the uninitiated, this is the question snare. It's a snare drum full of random internet questions, and so we shall pull for you. Normally, you would be doing this, but tonight, it's me. So, all right. If you could switch lives with a TV character for a week, what character would you switch with, and why?
Oh, that's such a good question. TV character. So is this a sitcom? Is this just free reign on my end?
Free reign, man. It's your show.
It's gonna sound pretty generic, but I think probably like a superhero. Probably like Spider-Man or something. It'd be cool to have an alter ego and just be able to swing from building to building and have some pretty cool powers. So I'd say definitely a superhero, life of a superhero for a week would be pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Flying, swinging, all of that stuff. That'd be great. All right. Number 2. I would definitely want to be somebody who's happy. I wouldn't want to pick the Joker or somebody.
No, nobody tortured. I have enough torturedness as an artist. You can leave that behind.
Yeah. I mean, all the X-Men are pretty tortured, so I wouldn't have them. But yeah, there could be somebody. Okay, if it was your last day on Earth, what would you do?
Oh man, if it was my last day on Earth, I think I'd probably be spending it with, all the people in my life who matter to me, my friends and family. Probably just having like a crazy rager, just like a giant party.
Yeah.
Just get totally shit faced and eat all the things that I don't normally eat. And just full on hedonistic last down.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, spend time with the ones we love, absolutely, and get plastered.
Plastered.
Right. You had the world's attention for 30 seconds. What would you say?
Oh man. I think I would say that really be intentional with every day that you're alive, every day that you have on Earth, because I think a lot of times we take things for granted. It takes something like a pandemic for us to actually start to realize what matters and start to realize the fragility of this ecosystem that we think is so strong, right? Like society and all the facets of it. So I think really like having appreciation for what you have and being kind to each other.
Man, you're just a cool dude. Yeah,
man,
for sure. Yeah, I totally agree with all of those answers. So I think you killed the question snare. You did a good job there.
Yeah,
they weren't too bad.
for sure.
Those were some great.
I had
answers.
a little bit more time. I'm trying to go with my gut on these ones.
Yeah. I think you're heading in the right direction. Would you play us another song and give us a little?
Sure.
Intro to
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I think given the last question, I think it'd be fitting that I play the title song of the album. So it's called "Hearts Alive."
Hey son, how you doing out there? Heard it snowed a few inches. Did you cover your head? Your sister's home to visit, and I wish you were here too. Thanks for calling, Mom. You know I've been missing you. Sunshine, did you leave your room? If you go out hiking, just tie those shoes. You know I get frightened. Do you have enough food? Mama, don't worry, I've taken care of what you need to do. Big grandma wants you to call. You believe it's been my whole winter and fall. You're getting what you need out there on your own. My heart's alive, Mom, and my soul is running free. I ain't got much to live on, but I tell you, it's enough for me. I believe in you, son. Keep on fighting for your Never forget that you got a home. You got a home. That you got a home here. That you got a home here. And I'll be your home, dear.
Nice, very nice. Well, before we say our goodbyes, we want to make sure that you check out Dan's Instagram. This is probably the best way to get in touch with you, keep up with you.
Totally, yeah. Instagram is definitely the preferred method.
Nice. See this distro kid. Sweet. Yeah. So go follow, like, share. Right. Let everybody know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, reach out, get in touch with him. Let him know how much you love the music, man. I loved that last song.
Thanks
Leaves
so
me
much.
with like such a calm feeling. It's good stuff, dude. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Mitch and I are going to wrap up really quick, and then maybe you can play us out. Does that sound good?
Totally. Happy to
All
do
right,
that.
man. All right. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. With see Dan play. Got some Jesse Kane in the house, some Barefoot Creatives. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining us on a Wednesday night. Keep in touch with us. You know how to find us. DownBeat Denver. There it is. .com.
Yeah, thanks for the love, everybody. Hope you all have a good week, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you guys.
Thanks again, Dan.
Started as the lights were low, and the sound of the wind as it started to snow, and asking for reasons, no false remorse. Would you hold me close? Would you hold me close? And hold me there, my dear. It's what I'm asking so severe. Hold me there, my dear, till the lights go on, till the lights go It's been 2 long years since I've seen your face. Done a whole lot of thinking and a whole lot of space, and a whole lot of space. Hold me there, my dear. It's what I'm asking so severe. Hold me there, my dear, till the home.